What is going on, everyone? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another GTA 6 mapping video. In this one today, we're going to be going over another map concept devised by a few of the members on the Discord mapping community, and specifically JF4, who's come up with this mapping concept. And all credit goes to the other members from the GTA 6 mapping community that have come up devising this GTA 6 map, and it's very, very awesome. All credit goes to GTA Infinity for making me aware of this on a previous live stream that we did together. We went into detail going over this. It's very, very awesome. Like, there's so many cool things I'd like to show you guys in relation to this map in regards to things from trailer 2, the screenshots, and does show us some screen captures from the September 22 leaked footage to the in real life locations. All right, guys, so getting into the map itself, you can see that there are multiple pins that have been dropped on various locations. Now, the interesting thing about this map, before we even zoom in and break it down and work from left to right, we can see that this map doesn't have a panhandle compared to the other GTA 6 map concepts that we have seen thus far. For example, the one done by Dupesaw and the one done by Giannis as well, which I'll get onto later on in the video. There has been a lot of debate online, a lot of conjecture saying that there's not much cities and not much towns and stuff, and we can see a lot of greenery, which a lot of people are pointing to more of a negative thing out of these mapping concepts. But that's the key thing, is that it is a concept and it's not an official map by Rockstar. So that's one thing we need to really keep in mind. I'm going to work our way from left to right here. So I'm going to zoom in. Now, this here is pretty much all Port Gilhorn. Working our way from the top left-hand side of this map, we can see that this one says that it is the Bockamar Bridge, based off the Sunshine Skyway Bridge in real life. So it looks like we are going to be having multiple bridges in GTA 6. So this is going to be one of them that's going to pretty much get us all the way from this point from Port Gilhorn around this area all the way up the top past this waterway. So it's really interesting to see what exactly is going to be above this. We don't really know. It's all speculative at the moment. Some people are saying that we are going to be having a panhandle around this area. Those of you that don't know, the Florida panhandle in real life is based off the locations such as Tallahassee, Pensacola, and other various Floridian locations. We aren't able to identify exactly if there is going to be a panhandle or not. We just have to wait and see until we get more information from Rockstar to pretty much, I would say, confirm that, or get close to really being sure enough to say that that is going to be the case. But we just have to wait until we see more from Rockstar. Now, zooming back in, we go further down from the bridge, we see that this is the new foundation church of Port Gilhorn, based off one of the screenshots that we do see of Port Gilhorn within the Rockstar screenshots that they provided to us. And we also see down below the in real life location as well. But it is really cool. If we zoom in more, we can see this one is from the September 22 leaked footage. You guys would remember this was from the Hank's Waffles Diner back in of September 22 when that massive leaked footage came out. You guys would probably remember the individual that leaked all the footage out, 90 leak clips, which is pretty insane at the time. We all thought it wasn't GTA 6 early footage, but it indeed was, with Rockstar's confirmation after that did drop. And yeah, this is based off Panama City Beach, Florida in real life. Scroll down from here. This one here is based off the Schlott construction of Port Gilhorn, based in Miami. And there's so many other ones as well. We got the Easy Inn of Port Gilhorn. We've also got the car wash from the leaked footage as well. You guys would probably remember when Lucia and Jason are escaping the police. They get into the cop car and they're driving away trying to escape law enforcement. Now, there's more here that we got. Port Gilhorn Garage and based in Panama City. We've got another Port Gilhorn Church based off Transmitter Road in Panama City as well. There's just so many things here, so many pins that have been dropped on this specific map concept. It's just so awesome to see. This is based off the end of trailer 1. You guys remember when Lucia and Jason are drifting around the corner. You would remember that this is that part of the location. It says, "We have shoes, Port Gilhorn department store," it seems like. This is based off, once again, Panama City. It seems like a lot what Port Gilhorn is based off seems to be from Panama City in real life. Down from here, we can also see that we've also got the pawn and a gun shop based off the end shot of trailer 1 just before Jason was here drifting around the corner. So that is really awesome. And this is based off, once again, Panama City. This is from trailer 2. This is a shot where Jason is jumping off onto the back, onto the rear end of the vehicle where Lucia is driving. And we can see this is based off Panama City. One of the locations, it says here, scooters. So that is awesome to see. And this is from the September 22 leaked footage. Now, do keep in mind, when I'm going over the leaked footage, some of these things may be cut. It's pretty cool to see that the community has placed these screenshots onto the map, which is absolutely awesome. We can also see down from here, there's a few more things from Port Gilhorn. We can see that infamous gas stop of Port Gilhorn, where you do see that clip of Jason, as you can see here, in front of the gas stop. You also see there's a little bit more of Port Gilhorn. This was the Starlet Motel that we saw with that screenshot that Rockstar provided on the GTA GTA 6 website, and you can see the in real life location here in Lauderdale, Florida. There is a screen grab of the Starlet Motel from the leaked footage as well, including, in addition to this, that this is the gas station based off one of the clips that we did see in trailer 1, that quick snippet where we see the alligator walk through the front of the gas station, and you can see the in real life location down here at the bottom. It says McLenny, Florida, which just seems like that gas station is based off. Now, we're going to move to the right here. So that's all Port Gilhorn on this left-hand side. We've also got Ambrosia. We can see some pins that have been dropped here on this location. As you can see, this one here is based off one of the screenshots of Ambrosia with that bikie gang passing through. It seems like a political campaign going on. You see multiple bikies passing through, and that seems like it's based off Sugarland Highway in real life in Florida. We can also see the tire shop of Ambrosia as well, based off Clewiston, Florida. There's not too much of Ambrosia from this map concept though, which I find is particularly interesting. There was more things that we saw of the screenshots from Ambrosia that haven't been included on this map. Don't know the reason as to why that's the case. Perhaps maybe it could have been a time thing or just wasn't able to get to that point, but it would be nice to see a little bit more pins dropped around this area to get a bit more out of this. Regardless of the fact that we'll move a little bit further down south. Now this is still part of Port Gilhorn from what I can understand. This is based off the leaked footage. Now this, I'm not sure, I don't think this is the Leonida prison. I'm assuming this may be another prison based in just the outside of Port Gilhorn, I would say, because the prison that we do see Lucia in, I'm trying to get my bearings correct, it might be the prison that we do see where Lucia is in, because there is another prison that is located further down eastward of Homestead, which I'll get to in a moment. All right, so moving down south, this is where we got the Grass Rivers, which is based off the Everglades in real life in Florida, and we got multiple pins that have been dropped on these locations here of these various buildings and structures. This one here is Seabreeze, so this is based off in real life the Dock Street Cedar Key in Florida. As you can see, it's pretty much a match based off the screenshot that we saw of one of the buildings in the Grass Rivers. And the interesting thing about this, when I broke down the Grass Rivers in my location breakdown, this would have been about probably a week ago or so, maybe 2 weeks ago. There are interiors in this building that are visible to us, so maybe this means it could be one of the enterable buildings that we are able to go inside of. You guys would know that based off the leaks and rumors out there, it seems like we are going to be getting many more enterable buildings within GTA 6 that we are able to go inside of. You would know within GTA 5 that there are many restrictions with a lot of the buildings that we aren't able to go inside of. So it seems like based off this anyways, we are able to enter into this building, which is absolutely awesome. So very, very cool. Now further down south from this, we got some other specific locations. This is based off Cedar Key, once again, Dock Street, Pickled Pelican. Now the interesting thing about this one is, in comparison to the previous one we just went over, is the fact that there's no interiors on this one that are visible to us. It seems like it's all barred off. So maybe we're only able to go walk around the outside of this building. We aren't able to go in because you see multiple people hanging outside, chit-chatting, standing, leaning on the railings here. Maybe this is one of the restrictions, one of the buildings that we're not able to go into. More from the Grass River is just other various buildings and structures that we saw from the screenshots. Not much to really go off here other than the fact that it's pretty cool to see the community come together and come up with matching it to the real life locations, which is really, really cool. Other than that, not much to really go off in the Grass Rivers. Let's move on here. So we're going to go down south, and this is the Keys. So this is where Brian's Marina Boatyard is, if you would know that. Jason's friend from one of the screenshots that we know is one of the supporting characters in GTA 6 is based in the Keys and is letting Jason stay rent-free at one of his properties within the Keys. And that is, we can see based off a few of the locations that we can see here in the Keys, which is really, really awesome. Going to be a really cool location to explore down south with a lot of the various types of wildlife that we are able to, I'm sure, interact with. You can see that there are a lot of locations here based off one here from Madeira Road. Some other locations here. We got one that's based off the Lorley Restaurant and Cabana Bar in Madeira. And there's so many other ones that are just really, really awesome to see the community match up to the real life locations. Look at this one. Pompano Drive 108. Look how cool it looks in real life. Imagine owning this mansion in story mode or in online. How sick would that be? That would be something special. Not much to really go off here, but that is really awesome to see. We're going to move a little bit further up, and this one here is Homestead. We've got the Turkey Point nuclear plant based in Homestead. We've also got the Root Beer building. Once again, another gas station. This is based off the LTD gas station in Homestead. Now, interesting thing about the LTD gas station, that is a returning brand from what I can understand that was in GTA 5. So it seems like that is going to be coming back. Burger Shot. It does seem like we are going to be seeing Burger Shot return within GTA 6, and hopefully we are able to go inside of Burger Shot. We do see that there's like a banner here that does say Burger Shot. This is one of the clips that we did see of the September 22 leak footage where Lucia is on the back of this truck and she's aiming one of the AK-47 rifles out at one of the police officers that are escaping after her. and Jason. So it's really cool to see Burger Shot coming back, if this of course stays within the final version of the game. Like I said, take it all with a grain of salt with the leak footage, because some of it may be cut from the final version of the game. Moving on here, we have got more locations, more pins that have been dropped, and this time we're going over to Vice City here, which is obviously based on Miami in real life. This is the Lone Depot Park that was based off one of the clips that we did see Lucia in, where she's got a black dress on and some high heels on. She's carrying a pistol. This is where we see one of the stadiums in the background, the left-hand side of that shot. We see the Lone Depot Park, and it says on the right-hand side panel window of the stadium, the Vice City Mambas, which from what I can understand is based off the Miami Marlins in real life. All the Dolphins, you know, that we have seen the indication of one of the shots that we did see of Vice Beach, where Rockstar provided one of the screenshots where you can see there's two individuals, two NPCs, passing a football from one player to the other. Does that indicate that we are going to be seeing a football stadium with a Vice City Mambas and we are able to watch and spectate there? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Moving to the right-hand side of this location, we see there's one of the parking garages in that same clip where we see the Vice City Mambas Stadium. Down south from there, we see there's a state office. Not anything too interesting with that. You can also see the community center. Now, this was one of the leak clips that we did see of Lucia, where she's in a shootout and she's carrying this pistol. This is a different clip, and she's got one of her infamous pink long sleeve shirt on that we see from the leaked footage. And this is based off Beacon Boulevard in Miami, Florida in real life. So this is most likely close to the Vice City Police Department, which I think may be within this clip opposite on the other side of the road. I could be wrong, within this same street from memory based off the leaks. If we look here, we see that there's a villa, so some apartments. So moving further on to the right side hand of Vice City, see the Wynwood area. So this is one of the infamous scenes that we do see within trailer 1, that graffiti area where we see the camera panning by and you see cars passing through, where we see various lowriders. Looks like we are going to be able to have so much more advanced improvements to the vehicle customization within GTA 6. And it seems like based off this Wynwood scene that we did see within trailer 1, it seems like that's going to be the case. We also see that there are other buildings and structures that are based off the graffiti area in Northwest, I think that says 2nd Avenue in Miami. We see a Fiesta showroom, one of the other buildings from the leaked footage. Condo here as well, it says New Wave Condos based off in Northeast 22nd Street in Miami. So this was based off Art Center. And one of the other buildings and structures that we do see in that nighttime shot of Vice City with one of the screenshots Rockstar provided. This is based off Biscayne Boulevard, which is close to the Venetian Islands to the right-hand side, close to the various waterways that we are going to be able to venture through within GTA 6 in Vice City, which is going to be awesome. Down south from there, we've got the Sahara Center within that same screenshot. Now, I'm not sure, this could be a basketball stadium within GTA 6. We know that if I zoom in here, this is based off the team of the Vice City Narcos, which looks like it is going to be a basketball team within GTA 6. It does seem like basketball is going to be making its return from San Andreas based off the screenshots that we have seen within GTA 6, not only because of this stadium shot where we see the Vice City Narcos, but also as well within one of the other screenshots where it looks like it is going to be the case that we're going to be seeing basketball returning, where we see a daytime shot of Vice City with Cal and Jason balling up, playing with some other buddies within that basketball court shot that we do see once you zoom in within that screenshot, which is really, really awesome. So basketball returning to GTA 6, which I've gone over a few times, especially after trailer 2 drops. It seems like that's going to be returning, which is absolutely great. I'm all for that. I'm sure you guys are as well. Down south from there, we've got a gift shop, it seems like. It's very hard to make out, but it seems like that is going to be the case based off Parrot Jungle Trail in Miami. We can also see to the right-hand side, this is more so towards the beach area. So we can see there's the Portofino Tower. We see various condos. So that's that same shot within trailer 1 of that beach scene. I wonder if we're able to actually own these condos as well, or even purchase them as businesses, which I think would be really awesome. This is down Ocean Drive, Hotel Dixon within trailer 1, but we also see this as well on the GTA 6 website with Lucia and Jason, where they're both hugging each other. We do see this in the background, also Ocean View Hotel. So this is going to be one of the, probably the main hubs, I would say, within story mode, and most likely within online as well. A lot of people are going to be fixated around Ocean Drive and the beach area of Vice City, which is going to be absolutely awesome. We see, look at this, Flamingo Point. Look how cool it looks in real life. We can see the various waterways, and I'm sure based off what we saw within trailer 1, it looked really good. But once we do see the game in action, Vice City, we see the waterways, we see the buildings and structures. This game is going to look top notch, I am telling you. Down south from there, further to the right here, we've got Courtyard Miami South Beach, which is based off Washington Avenue in Miami Beach in Florida. Further up, we have some more condos and buildings and apartments. Hopefully we are able to actually enter inside these buildings and go up the levels, maybe start a shootout or something like that. I think it would be really awesome, especially within online, to get some verticality in the map where we are able to venture up the stairs, up an escalator, an elevator or something like that, which would be absolutely awesome to see. We can see a tennis center. Now this one was interesting. I went over this one with GTA Infinity in our live stream the other day. It seems like we are going to be having the tennis center, which is based off Crandon Boulevard in Key Biscayne. As you can see, there is a tennis court here with some various seating area here. Are we able to attend this stadium and go inside and play tennis? So maybe we are going to be seeing tennis return from Grand Theft Auto 5. That was a sport that was featured. So yeah, that's pretty much about it from the map. Unfortunately, the mapping community and specifically the map done by JF4 didn't go into detail in dropping any pins up the top here of like Mount Caliga around that area. It would have been cool to see more pins dropped up here and around this area as well, and even up here towards some of the unconfirmed locations, because the GTA 6 map that we do see devised by Dupsaw does go into a little bit more detail in terms of the pins that have been dropped on the mapping concept versions. Would be awesome to also have a legend as well for this, which would be probably a little bit more easy to identify the various locations. Before I recorded this video, I had to figure out where it was. Like this was Port Gilhorn, Ambrosia, Grass Rivers, Leonida Keys, and Vice City there. It would be nice to have a legend so we at least know the locations. But other than that, a really cool map concept devised by the community here. As you can see here, this is the map concept that was devised by Giannis. I switched the map here. This was the one that I went over about probably a few weeks ago, and this was the individual that came up with this mapping concept. And you can see this one has the Florida panhandle. So it does seem like some people are thinking there is going to be a panhandle, some that aren't going to think there is going to be a panhandle. Like I said, we just have to wait and see. Time will tell to see if we actually do see that come to fruition. But this was another cool one, and it's actually probably the most up-to-date one that we have seen thus far. The one that I went over just previous there was another cool one as well that had the leak footage, the trailer 2 shots, and as well as the screenshots that Rockstar released, as well as trailer 1. But yeah, if you guys actually want to see this in action for yourself and interact with the map, I will make sure to leave a link in the description below so you guys can actually head over and look at all this yourself. Obviously, I went into detail a little bit on some of the locations that we saw on the previous map, but if you guys are keen on checking this out, like I said, link is in the description below and you can head on over there and check it out for yourself. By that, guys, if you wanted to enjoy this video and found any informative value, I'm sure there will be more mapping concepts devised by the community all the way up to GTA 6's release come next year on May 26th. So be sure to be on the lookout for that, because I'll be making sure to come out with various updates on that, as well as the mapping project version updates by the individual that has created the GTA 6 mapping Discord community, that being Dupsaw, which I'm sure there'll be more updated versions coming out as we get closer and closer to release. But other than that, guys, please consider subscribing to the channel. Other than that, stay safe, have a great day, and I am out.